Slips a tackle. And James Conner with a first down inside the 30. After a 10-yard pickup, back to Conner. And Conner runs loose all the way down to around the 11-yard line. Does Murray keep? Does he roll? Does he throw? Does he give it to Conner? He's looking. He's throwing for the end zone. Fingertip grab. Yeah, it's a Cardinal touchdown to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, you're going to see, I mean, all they do here is they're going to run, these pick plays off here. Man-to-man coverage, nobody over the top. Get yourself an edge right there. And then the ball skills of Marvin Harrison Jr. stretched out. Great throw right there. But look at the hands and just the concentration.
And that Arizona defense has the call. There he is wide open. Olamide Zaccheaus, who we should see more of today. Onto the field last minute, but you're able to match the offense when there's a substitution. On 3rd and 2, Robinson will get the first down for the Commanders and power his way inside the 25 of the Cardinals. And Robinson, a direct snap to Brian Robinson. Little wildcat from Washington, and he falls forward near a first down. Straight ahead, Brian Robinson, and he's into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. Each team scoring a touchdown on its first possession.
Let's just take a look at him. Tight end, tight end, tight end. This is something that's different about Cliff Kingsbury's offense. They're going to run a little power game right here. Guard pulls. Look at the cutback. Get right uphill.
After a 5-yard pickup. Conner, first down, and add to it. Cato, who recovered that opening kickoff fumble, is in as the running back. Murray throws high. Coverage was good over there on Michael Wilson. Jaden Daniels, a high throw, but right on target, and McLaurin. 4th year back from Boise State, fake to him. On the move, right on target is Daniels. Zaccheaus with a first down.
Not because I'm gifted enough to. That's a big change in his game.
He picked up 6. Jeremy McNichols turns the corner for a first down. McNichols powering inside the 5, down the sideline, and that's going to be a Washington touchdown. What a run from Jeremy McNichols.
Let's just take a look at his feet down the sideline right here, and yeah, tippy-toeing down the sideline. McNichols gets in.
Murray looks to throw, can't find anybody, and knocked away from Michael Wilson.
Well, based what I've seen in the last 4 weeks, he's comfortable wherever he plays. Doesn't matter.
And wherever he runs, it flips to Zach Ertz, the former Cardinal, 3 years as a member of the team.
They're on pace right now with the way they're running the football and the way Jaden Daniels is completing every pass.
He's a 27 total today as that throw is juggled and intercepted. It's a Cardinal takeaway. Garrett Williams back there to haul that in. James Conner in the backfield. Kyler Murray with pressure coming, gets out of it, and eventually is sacked. Dorrance Armstrong and Frankie Louvu. 3rd and 15. Daniels has time for McLaurin just off his fingertips. The throw was a good throw. 2nd and 10. Conner on the reception, looking for blocks to get upfield, just short of the 40 in the first down. Just over a minute to go before half. Blitz is on, picked up by Conner. The throw, oh, what a catch, just got past. Michael Wilson just got past the defender, diving to the sideline was Juan Martin trying for the pick. Now 3rd and 11. A 4-man rush. The throw is complete to Dortch. Murray is sacked. Big play, Washington defense. Armstrong gets it.
There are opportunities all over for Jaden Daniels.
Plenty of time. And down the middle, open. Inside the 38 is Zach Ertz. 9 seconds. Will they heave one for the end zone? Will they just get closer? And there's your answer as McNichols gets the first down. Seibert is money. So the rookie's not perfect, but he's damn close.
Right.
Here he is to throw. He's got plenty of time. And he finds somebody at the 33 and near a first down after contact today. Robinson airing it out deep and incomplete. There's a flag down. Noah Brown was at the goal line. The flags are at the 10. Sean Murphy Bunting was racing with him. A 47-yard penalty, first and goal. And Daniels trying to follow his block. Jaden Daniels to the end zone, and he's got a touchdown.
You watch a little G scheme. Watch this. Block right here, and then we're going to get out here with these pullers out here. Design QB run, but Noah Brown completely dismantles the edge of the defense.
A quick screen pass and get off the field.
And that's what DeMarcado does to the 14-yard line. Wagner brings him down the punting unit. All right, Jan, maybe they need him on offense. Kaiser White firing up the defense, and they've got a chance on 3rd and 13, and the throw, they aren't going to stop him. That's good enough for the first down. McNichols gets the first down and shakes loose inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line.
Is so much better a coach for it.
3rd down and 8, a delayed blitz, but they're coming after Jaden Daniels, who on the run completes. He didn't get the first down as a commander kicker. And he drills it through. Now a 20.
It's time for Kyler Murray to go out here and perform. Make some big-time plays.
Conner does. James Conner across midfield. Late in the 3rd quarter, Cardinals need something special. Does Murray have a little magic here? He's airing it out, and open is Harrison for the first down.
So staying true to that portion of your game plan, very important.
Pass is caught, slipping a tackle and getting the first down as Greg Dortch shoved back when he got to.
You can see Washington a little bit gassed right now on this drive.
Conner trying to take advantage to the end zone. James Conner scoring for Arizona.
Guys shifting around here, and watch this line of scrimmage. They just get locked up on the line of scrimmage. They create movement on 2nd down and 6.
Daniels to throw. And what a throw between 3 defenders. McLaurin sliding at midfield to grab it.
Kind of worked over, but you got to find a way to make some stops.
Daniels rolling. He can get the first down easily and sliding. That's a nice move. Daniels, quick throw, and the catch is made. It's Zacchaeus. They go right back to him. Daniels flips. What a grab! Jaden Daniels scanning, throwing, end zone, touchdown! Washington. McLaurin calls it in. Another knockout punch by the Commanders.
They're out here, and then they're going to run the dagger, meaning inside, and then you're going to cut. So you're clearing out with Noah Brown, and then the inside cut. Look at how wide open it is as everybody trails Noah Brown. And my suggestion would be, hey, why don't you trail, get double teams over there on number 17, Terry McLaurin.
To make it more difficult for a Cardinal comeback. See how Daniels is at 2-point conversions. All right, you can count it to Zach Ertz. And that deserves a spike. Murray stays in the game. Pressure coming. And flips it to Higgins, his tight end, who fights hard to get near a first down. A great effort from Higgins, and yet Luvu made that a tough effort as the first down run from DeMarcado.
I mean, they're going to have this level of defense and this back level right here, just putting an umbrella on everything.
Open in the middle of the field there is Wilson. Big first down. The ball pulled out at the end, but it looked like he was down. Luvu back there, and Chin. Let's see what the ruling is. They're saying he's down right away, the officials, which that's what it sounded like. Robinson to the 43-yard line.
In Washington, the nation's capital, got a pretty good football team on their hands.
On a 3rd and 5, can they convert again? And Zacchaeus will do that, and a whole lot more. Knocked out at the 11-yard line. So Robinson with 100 yards rushing today. And into the end zone, Jeremy McNichols for his 2nd touchdown today. Rush yards and a couple of scores.
I mean, first and foremost, let's dominate line of scrimmage. Go ahead. There he is, McNichols. Now watch what he gets flagged for right here. Go ahead, celebrate. Bam. Area of the football field, or that area of their offense, but weren't able to capitalize, weren't able to make enough big plays in the passing game.
Benson with a 1st down run.
He's got that kind of skill set.
He's moved outside from inside wherever they've asked him to go. He's helped settle the secondary as this is a strong run, getting some mop-up time. They'll go back to the drawing board. They may lean on Benson a little more when James Conner needs a break. Cardinals will play at the 49ers, then at the Packers.
By the way, that's not of rookie quarterbacks either. That's
all quarterbacks. Yeah, great point.
All quarterbacks. And look at this at 82.1% with names like Tom Brady and Geno Smith and Kyler Murray. It's amazing.